Well, many of us would love to have our own island out on the Mississippi River.
But since most of the islands in our area are part of the Upper Mississippi Wildlife Refuge, it's basically impossible to do so.
Still, that hasn't stopped some people from squatting on the land. For more on why it's a problem and what's being done about it, we're joined now live in the studio by News 8's Lou Hillman. Lou?
Well, guys, if you're not familiar with the term squatting, is when a person sets up permanently on land that's not legally theirs. And when it comes to the wildlife refuge, officials are reminding people, no squatting here.
And we are crossing the main channel right now.
Mary Stefanski and a team with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service are making sure this stretch of the Mississippi River stays pristine. Today's project cleaning up 2 decades-old squatters' camps.
And so they're pretty well hidden. They're tucked back in the forest.
The sites were discovered during Eagle Nest surveys last year. They're on a chain of islands near Homer, Minnesota, just south of Winona. One has been used recently, the other abandoned years ago.
Well, besides the environmental hazards, somebody could go in there and get hurt. It was stacked. It was full of not only boards with nails and rusty metal and old mattresses, but as far as the environment goes, we don't want any of that stuff left out there.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says this structure has been on this island for about 50 years. If you're asking yourself, how did it get out here? Officials say its owners rode it out on high water. In the years since then, countless other items have been brought and left at the site.
A lot of metal, a lot of things that really wouldn't decompose at all that are just terrible for the environment. So it's great to know that we can help out here.
Kate Skane led a team of volunteers from AmeriCorps that helped with the cleanup.
We can start taking some of this lumber.
In just 3 days, they helped haul more than 8,500 pounds of trash and metal off the islands.
But there's really a lot to carry out. Just the teamwork I've seen so far is probably the most amazing thing.
River authorities do not know exactly how many other squatters' camps are out there, but they'll remain on the lookout.
There's always going to be rule breakers, but we have law enforcement officers as well.
And just to make it clear, you are allowed to spend time on the islands out in the wildlife refuge, even camp on them. But Mike and Martha, you just cannot set up a permanent structure and think it's going to be your weekend getaway.
All right, thanks a lot, Lou. Also, the garbage you take out there, you have to make sure you bring it back as well. And the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says it does know the owners of both of those squatter camps, but there are no plans to give out any tickets, partly because the sites date back so many years.
However, the cleanup needed to be done now so the city of Winona can transfer the ownership of the islands over to the management of the wildlife refuge.